Here is the video that some of you have been waiting for. I believe there was about 50 votes on this. I made a video in the middle of August, on August 15th, and I allowed my viewers to vote for their choice, what type of house they wanted me to draw. And this is the result of it. You did not get to choose. I think I only got 50 votes. I needed 100 to, I was going to take 100. If I had 100 votes, I was going to tally them up and see who won. And wouldn't have been like the presidential election. I would have just simply counted them, and that would have been the end of it. But this is the result of it. I ended up picking one. I just kind of picked one randomly. And I kind of picked one I thought that would be easy to do, and it ended up taking a little more time than I thought. But here it is. This is number 9 from the video. I will put a link here if you want to go check that video out. So here is what I'm going to do in this video. I'm just going to kind of break the house down and provide you with some building plans and some measurements for the windows and doors, wall locations, stuff like that. And then in the next series of videos, I'm going to do what I normally do, start with the foundation and work my way up to the roof framing. And I believe this is about the 5th house I've done like this. Just kind of giving you an idea of how things are built today with the previous ones. And of course with this one, giving you an idea of how things might have been built in the 1920s. I believe the building plan book that I got this particular design from was in 1923. And feel free to criticize my stuff. Don't get carried away, obviously. I have the power to remove the comments, remember, constructive criticism. But if you see something or a method that might have been, you think might have worked better for that period, or something that I might have built better but should have been built a little worse, feel free to share it with us in the comment area. Next up, let's go ahead and take a look at the floor plan that I drew, just to give you an idea for anybody who wanted to check out some of the measurements on something like this. Now, keep in mind that I drew everything to scale in my other model, and I used full dimensional lumber. So all the wall framing studs are 2 inches by 4 inches. The ceiling joists are going to be 6 inches by 2 inches. This computer program was set up to draw it in nominal lumber, which is 1.5 inches by 3.5 inches for the wall framing studs. So the measurements are going to be off a little bit in some places, but you'll still be able to get a general idea. And of course, if you're going to build something like this, keep in mind that I'm not providing anyone with any engineering for this. But if you're going to build something like this, then you're probably going to have to use some larger lumber. You know, for example, instead of 2 by 6 for the floor joist, they might need to be 2 by 8s, or you might need to have some of the floor beams that are going to be supporting the floor joist. They might need to be, instead of having one running down the middle like we do in our plan, you might need to have 2 of them, you know, offset in like 1/3 of the way and another 1/3 of the way, something like that. Just throwing that out there. Like I said, I'm not providing you with engineering on this. So let's go ahead and zoom in. And I'm just going to kind of go around here. Most of the windows are 5 foot. This one here is 3 foot by 5 foot. Almost all of them are going to be 2 foot by 5 foot. Fireplace, porch, living room. Yeah, let me go back there. Overall length of the building, bedroom, hallway, closet for the bedroom. I don't know why they put this offset in here, but I put it in. The bathtub really didn't fit. You usually need 29 to 30 inches for a tub. We don't have that here, so this might be, in the original design, might have been meant to have had a some type of a clawfoot bathtub, something like that, maybe a smaller sink even. But you can see here where the closets could be a little smaller, but if you encroach in this area here, you're really creating a small space coming in. You know, if I was to design something like this, I'd probably move the bathroom to the front and the closets to the back and get a little more room. I'd lose the window, but the closets would almost double in size, and then I could probably make the bathtub work a little bit better also. Measurements. These measurements, bedroom, and of course this bedroom here, entry to it has another closet. And of course you can always go under the stairs to make the closet a little larger also. In there, coming in, hopefully you can see these measurements. Now let's take a different view here, the inside. And of course this isn't exactly how it would look, but you can see, give you a better idea of how the doors, dining room, bedroom, offset for the fireplace, front door. Front door had a couple of small windows next to it, larger windows, living room. We got the double windows there. In the bedrooms here, we got a couple of corners, windows next to the corners. Bathroom, closets. Next, bedroom. And then, of course, the closet underneath the stairs, or going next to the stairs. And kind of this is what I was talking about. You could have kind of punched a hole through the wall here. And, you know, even just put a small 2-foot by 2-foot opening if you're looking for a little more storage in your house. Hallway. No linen cabinets here. Kitchen. Let's go into the dining room here. I guess we didn't go into the sunroom here either. See the windows. Dining room. So we had a door going into the sunroom, door coming into the kitchen from the into the dining room, and then into the hallway. You're usually not going to have this many doors in a newer building. Door going up the stairs. And I was going to leave this door out, but I'm guessing that most of these houses, and you can maybe help me out here, this door was shut to keep the rest of the house warm. So would have been my guess. Stairs, entryway, and again, ours is all built out of brick. And let's go to the outside. And the reason why I didn't put the roof on was because it would have took a lot more work to do the roof. And of course I have the framing on that. You really don't need to see the details on that. A lot of windows. You wouldn't see this in a newer house here, I should say. I wouldn't think. I think the footage on this was about 1150, 1200 feet. Or a 2-bedroom house, but you do have a 2-bedroom, pretty good sized rooms, large living room, and you got this room here. You could probably have moved this over a little bit and made this into another bedroom. And the dining room, I don't know if that needed to be that big either. So, and as you can see here, we don't have a hallway coming in here. You're walking through the dining room, which isn't a big deal, going through a door and then coming in here. Usually we have a hallway coming off, going into the bedrooms, kind of a thing. So I will go ahead and end the video right here, and I'll put a link here at the end of the video when I get the next video made for the building foundation.